You ready? Are you ready? You don't have to run away. Come on up. This is why we do shows at home. So you can join me. Alright. Say hi. We're just gonna make sure that we're all tuned up here, right? Okay. What do you think? What do you think? Should we start with the first song? Alright. You listen from down there, okay? Welcome, Horizons. That's actually the title of the song that I just played. Welcome, Horizons. It was written by an anthropomorphic dog, who is one of my favorite composers. Good old KK Slider. I'm going to go ahead and check that one off the list. And we'll move right along. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is rossmboyd. I am a musician and songwriter and such. And I've been studying classical guitar over the past few years at the University of Prince Edward Island, here on Prince Edward Island. I've been having a lot of fun, and I'm kind of playing through a lot of pieces that I've been learning over the past year and a half or so of study, as well as some pieces that I arranged, like Welcome Horizons, and we'll get to some other ones as well. And for now, we're going to go to some classical guitar business, a little bit of Carcassi, for an etude, Allegro number 60. Or for Opus 60, number 2. You got it. You got this. You got this. So this is a fun one. I am playing this on a rather small guitar, as you can see. It's actually a kind of a hybrid of a guitar and ukulele. It's basically strung like a guitar, but the tuning is that of ukulele. You know, put the capo on the fifth fret of your guitar, and this is the tuning you get. So, if I was playing my standard guitar, which you'll hear shortly, you might hear the chords E, G, E, F sharp. If I played all those shapes, but when I play them here on the ukulele, the chords that I'm actually getting are A, C, A, B. Kind of cool. Like this instrument. So, yeah. Allegro, Carcassi. I'm gonna do that one again. I'm gonna hang on a second. This is my show. I can start a song over if I want. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna fix the strap a little bit here. Yeah. I'm not blaming it on that, but there we go. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. This is a special occasion. This is why we do live music. Why we enjoy live performances. We really want to experience these moments where, things just don't work out quite the way you want them to. So, I'm glad that I can be the one to share that with you tonight. So, thank you for being here. Take 3. And we're just going to let that go. I love when my fingers want to do something completely different than my brain wants them to do. For anyone who remembers the children's television program Eureka's Castle, the dragon's tail had a mind of its own and would kind of do whatever it wanted. So sometimes I think my fingers are a dragon's tail. Oh yes, let's see. Let us check that off. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, we've gotten through the opening portion of our program. There we go. All right, now it's time to readjust the strap, and then we'll get into some proper classical guitar music on proper classical guitar. We're starting off with some John Dowland. I'm going to play the two of these pieces as a little set here. And John Dowland is a Renaissance composer, lutist, famously a sad and horny man. So let's see what these two pieces sound like as we dive into this. I'm gonna turn on my little pedal over here, make sure that we've got some page turners working as they should be. It's fun living in the future sometimes. And there we are, we are connected. All right. Now I can turn pages with a tap of the foot. Okay. So one of the interesting things about this, I'm going from a uniquely tuned instrument to another uniquely tuned instrument. Here I am playing in relative lute tuning. So I have my guitar tuned similar to, very close to what a lute would be tuned to. So if you're familiar with guitar, all I have to do is tune my G string down a half step to F sharp, and then I am in relative tuning, and I place the capo on the 3rd fret, and that puts me in roughly the same key that a lute would likely be tuned to. So there are a lot of works that are arranged for the classical guitar using this tuning to more easily reproduce some of those lute pieces. There are quite a few of them, and I love playing them, especially from Dowland here. Really like his stuff. So we'll start off with My Lord Willoughby's Welcome Home, and then head on over to Mr. Dowland's Midnight. you. All right. Just 2 songs per instrument. We gotta keep it moving. We can't stay on the same thing for too long, can we? All right. So we got those 2 pieces. We got our Dowland. We got our other Dowland. And now we're gonna go to this Caruli feller. But we're doing it via the ukulele, and as arranged by a arranger and composer that I'm rather fond of, Samantha Muir. I think that's how you say her name, Muir. She's really, really great. Very big proponent or big name in the classical ukulele world. There's actually a lot of classical works arranged for the ukulele, both borrowed from guitar repertoire, and then the instrument that the ukulele was derived from, the machete, from Portugal, which has, very tied into a lot of different European guitar instruments. So very, very fun stuff. This particular piece I actually played in my first year of guitar study. That was last year. First year of guitar study in the classical realm. I am new to classical guitar. I am not new to stringed instruments. But this piece I played during my first year, and I found this arrangement for the ukulele, and I thought it was kind of neat. It's a neat little piece. It's a fun song, and I kind of like the way that the tuning of the ukulele captures this song. It has a slightly different feel than the original guitar version. But let's see what this sounds like. There. Oh, and we have a visitor for this next one. Come on up. Come on up. So this next piece, Etude in G minor, is a piece that I wrote for a online ukulele course. The course is in the final stages. Hey, no poking the chair, please. You can sit on my lap, but you can't poke the chair. The ukulele course is nearing completion. The first half of the course is available now, and this is an etude that will be in the second half of the course. So I enjoy this piece, kind of working in a lot of those classical influences and tropes and stuff into this one. So it's very fun to play. Nice to pair with some other, some of the masters. I like comparing myself to the masters. So here is Etude in G minor. short and sweet, doesn't outstay its welcome. That's the first column. How about that? We've made it through the first column of pieces, and it's not even that late. So, I think we're gonna get. We'll all be able to go home and get to bed at a reasonable hour. So. Next up on the list, another piece that I wrote, another etude for this ukulele course, and I've shared it with some of my ukulele students. It is called the Vegetable Garden Waltz. So if you are in one of my ukulele classes, and I shared this with you, hi, and you can pull up the music and play along. It does some odd things. It starts off fairly simple with some chords that you may be familiar with, you know, your C's and your G7 and F, stuff like that. But then we start slipping into a little minor transition. We modulate a little bit, and it gets a little wonky, particularly on page 2. So yeah, if you got the piece, strum along. This is the Vegetable Garden Waltz. 1, 2, 3. Again, we don't want these etudes to last too long. You know, just little snippets. Little check mark there. La Volta. Oh, okay. So anonyme. I think that's French for anonymous. I don't know. Anonymous is just. It has just a vast repertoire of work. I don't know. I haven't been able to find any biographical information about them. All I know is that their name and that there is tons of music written by them out there. So if anybody has some good biographical resources for me, I would love it because I play a lot of their songs. So this is La Volta by Anonymous. This is actually another one arranged by Samantha Muir, too. It. Flip. This one is I am very fond of. This is another piece that I wrote. This will be available as an etude in that ukulele course. But this is just a piece that I really like. It's this little instrumental, jazzy kind of sound. It's got just I wanted to write in a bunch of these kinds of colors and textures that I really like in a lot of different styles of music. Very jazzy, but it has a little bit of kind of a classical kind of like a Debussy, Eric Satie kind of like that kind of French vibe going on, which I really like. It's also about ice cream. Um, Also, I really like. And the first performance of this, I am excited to say, was with a classmate of mine who plays clarinet. I arranged it as a duet for us to play. So I accompanied on guitar while clarinet took the melody, and it was really, really lovely. And I can't wait to do it again, and maybe even someday record it. But for now, here's the original ukulele arrangement of A Day for Ice Cream. Thank you. Ooh, we're going back to a new instrument. We've spent a lot of time on the ukulele tonight, haven't we? Well, it's time to set that down. Squeaker's over in the corner, just kind of like hovering. I think yeah. You heard me say your name, and now you want attention. What did I tell you about this chair? We're not gonna poke the chair. No, we're not gonna do chair pokes. I'm sorry. She really wants to do chair pokes, but it's not allowed on this. Yeah, it's not allowed on this. You are allowed to come and sit with me if you want to for these next couple songs. Yeah, you are allowed to come up here and sit. Oh, let's see. We just did that one. Okay, we're on to some more music from video games. These are some really fun pieces that I arranged. Zelda's Lullaby, first up here, is a piece that I have been fond of for quite some time. It has lived with me in my brain since the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time came out, whenever that was. Very, very nice tune, very pleasant tune. Koji Kondo, composer of music for the Legend of Zelda series, as well as the Super Mario Brothers series. Excuse me. So really, really nice, sweet, memorable tunes that I am very fond of, and I'm kind of into the arrangement that I did here of Zelda's Lullaby. I'm going to follow that up with a piece called Yearnings of the Wind by composer Mitsuda, Yasunori Mitsuda, who did the music for the Chrono Trigger soundtrack, a game for the Super Nintendo, and follow-ups in that series. Very, very neat, very modal. If you haven't heard some of that music, I definitely recommend checking it out. The original scores are really, really great. The soundtracks to those old games are really, really cool in their own right. But there are, of course, many modern recordings, symphonies, guitarists, so forth and so on, who have adapted that work, because it really does, I think it really does hold up outside of the games, just as really good songs. So I like that it is not just me kind of embracing a lot of this music and celebrating it as just really good music, not just stuff that happened in a video game. Don't get me wrong, stuff that just happened in video games can also be really cool. But that's a conversation for another time. For now, let's do a couple of these pieces. those pieces quite a lot. I hope you enjoyed them as well. I'm gonna moving right along here. I got a couple pieces left. One more on my little guitar here. Those. Hey, nope, no scratching. We are going to an Andante by guitarist Justin Holland, virtuoso guitar player and civil rights activist. He worked very closely with Frederick Douglass, for instance. Just really, really great guitarist. Did some great arrangements of a lot of classic operas, great guitar stuff. So this is an Andante by Justin Holland. What did you think, Squeak? You've heard that one before. You've heard that one many times before. I arranged that song for the standard ukulele a while back. One of the times that I was living in Florida, and I really enjoyed the tune. And then, of course, later when I started studying classical guitar, it's like, oh yeah, I've got this piece. I should learn it on a proper guitar, and now I play it on that. So that's just the life cycle of Ross's rep. All right, let's see. We're gonna have to retune this fella here. We're gonna have to get it out of lute tuning and just make sure everything else is in tune as well. And while I do that, I may as well point out a couple of things. Number one, I am accepting tips. If you go into the description of this video, there should be a musician tip jar, so links to donate, just a little toss in the bucket, if you will, via PayPal or Venmo, or if you're here in Canada, e-transfer is the way we do that up here. So I'm accepting tips. Hey, what did I tell you about? What did I tell you about that? Okay, yeah. You're causing all of the trouble without anyone getting to see you. So it's like we're not getting the value of Cat, I don't think, out of this situation. This is the kind of thing that I'm doing to make a living. So tips, donations are very appreciated. But specifically, I've been accepted to a summer program studying Baroque music, studying both for my solo guitar work as well as playing in ensembles. So I have a little bit of funding going towards that, some grant stuff from school, but it's still kind of expensive to go and do a program like this for a couple weeks and fly out to Toronto and all that stuff. So if you like what I'm doing, or if you like what I'm doing but you'd like it to be a little bit better, then one way that you can directly help that happen is to go to the description of this video and toss a tip my way. But no obligations. We're all doing the best we can. So yeah. And with that, now that I should be tuned up here. This next piece is oh, I forgot you didn't even tell me. I forgot to check off. There we go. Okay. This next piece, La Cathédrale. This is the first of three movements of this piece by Agustin Barrios, a very famous, very well-known guitar player, especially in classical guitar circles. Very interesting guy, very great music, and not the easiest of music, but he did some really neat things, and really changed the way people thought about writing music for guitar. So I was very excited to get to work on this piece this semester. This is kind of the big piece that I've been working on for this semester. So I'm very proud of the work that I've done with it, getting it to where it is, and you know, I'm going to continue growing with it and polishing it as I continue on and try and get the other two movements under my fingertips. So with that, actually, I want to adjust my strap just a little bit more here, a little bit more talking, and then we'll get to the music. Let's see, get this a little bit up, and we will do the Preludio from La Cathédrale. Not La Cathédrale, but I'll allow it. right. Squeaker, I think that earned a check mark. What do you think? What do you think? Okay. So, we are at this last piece. Last piece of the evening. Yeah, I know. I'm excited too. This is Interruptions. Here, come on up. I'll tell you the story. This is Interruptions. This is a piece I've been writing over this past year. This past year has seen a lot of difficulties here as a student at the school. We had a really nasty hurricane that left us here without power for over 2 weeks, which was really rough. Interrupted last semester quite a bit. We've had several interruptions to our learning this semester, including a strike that just ended, and I will be going back to class tomorrow after 4 weeks of a strike. So it has been. There have been other things as well, but those are kind of the big highlights of what we've kind of been going through as students. So it hasn't been easy, and as one thing after another has kind of hit us and knocked us down a bit, I kind of wrote another little bit of this piece called Interruptions. It's kind of broken up into 5 little movements, but my vision for it is to all be kind of one through composed piece that evolves. So what I'm going to play now is where the piece is at currently. There are going to be some changes and shifts and moving things around a little bit. It's definitely still growing, but I'm really excited about where it is currently, and as in its current form, I would like to share this piece with you, and then we can do it again when the rest is written. So I'm going to move into this piece called Interruptions. What do you think, Squeak? Are you going to sit up here with me for this one? You can sit up here with me, but you're going to get bumped by the guitar. Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to happen. Whether you're with me or not, it's going to happen. Okay. There we go. thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight and listening to these pieces. I've been having such a wonderful time studying this music, getting to devote so much time to studying and playing and writing, and I really appreciate you hanging out and listening. It's really wonderful. I love sharing this music and sharing my journey as I learn and grow as a musician and a composer. So I really appreciate you stopping by and listening and clicking the like button and stuff like that, and all of the YouTube things that people usually ask you to do. So yeah, once again, thank you all so much. You can find me on tinyvillagemusic.com for musicy stuff, and rossmalcolmboyd.com for all of the artsy fartsy songwriting stuff. And yeah, I'm sure we'll see each other again. I'll do another one of these. We'll do some more tunes. So thank you all so much for hanging out. Have a wonderful night, and see you next time.